Today, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to tame a gas bag the easiest, cheapest, and fastest way possible. Okay, so let's get right into it. So first things first, you're going to need a couple of things when you go to tame a gas bag. You're going to need a long neck. You're also going to need some tranquilizing darts, and by some, I mean a lot. This guy, Dodex says you'll take, for a perfect 150, you'll take 102. So I'd recommend bringing 125 in case you miss or lag or doesn't register or whatever, right? Bring 125. Next, you're going to need to trap this guy because he runs away, and he runs away pretty quick. To trap this guy, you need 3 wooden pillars, 3 wooden ceilings, and 4 wooden billboards. Okay, and then as for taming, you're going to use superior kibble or a spyglass. Or you're going to use superior kibble to tame this guy, and then you want to have a spyglass on hand to make sure that you are taming a high level. Okay, now there's really only 2 foods that you're going to use to actually tame this guy, and that's going to be superior kibble and meho berries. If you're using superior kibble, it's going to take you 45 minutes and 10 seconds. If you're using meho berries, it's going to take you 2 hours and 18 minutes. Now, it takes this guy 1 hour and 12 minutes to wake up, so if you're using superior kibble, you do not need any narcotics. However, if you are using meho berries, you will need 86 narcotics. I would bring 90. Okay, so now let's get into actually how we're going to tame this guy. It's pretty simple for the most part. If you've ever tamed a wing, it's very simple to that. It's going to trap, and boom, that's it. He is locked in into this little trap right here. Then all I'm going to do is build a... Okay. So all I'm going to do is going to go like this, build a bunch of billboards like right around him in a square. And that is pretty much it. He is trapped. I know that looks hideous, but he is completely trapped. When you build these pillars, make sure you build them on the outside because you don't want him to step on them and like jack him up. So yes, that can happen. But that's pretty much it. He is completely trapped at this point. So there you go. Now all you do is you just pull out your tranquilizing darts and you just knock this guy out. It's pretty simple. When he does this little exhale, it'll knock you back, so make sure you're not on like the edge of a cliff or something. And then, yeah, just, you know, shoot your 125 darts into him if you're using a primitive. I'm going to knock this guy out, and I'll be right back to you when he goes down. All right, she is down. Perfect. So when she's actually down, you know, like I said, just throw your superior kibble into it. If you're using meho berries, check on it every hour and put some narcotics into it. And that's pretty much it. Just make sure she doesn't wake up and, you know, tame this guy with the foods that you're supposed to. All right, I'll be right back to you when she wakes up, and we'll get over everything that there is to know about the gas bag. All right, perfect. He is up. Congratulations, you have just tamed your first gas bag, right? So now you might be wondering what to actually level on your gas bag, or what are some good stats for your gas bag. So looking at this right now, this gas bag is actually really good on health, but really terrible. I know it's okay on oxygen. I was looking at stamina, my bad. So typically stats that you want on your gas bag is 5,000 health is really good. 5,000 health is really good, and 6,000 health is like insane on your gas bags. Next is oxygen. 4,000 oxygen is okay, and then 5,000 oxygen is good, and 6,000 oxygen is insane. So it's the exact same as health, right, as to kind of like what you want. So I would breed the health stat on this gas bag, and I want to breed the oxygen stat. Now you might be wondering what oxygen you want. Like, why do you want oxygen on your gas bag? And that's because you actually are going to need quite a bit of oxygen on your gas bag. The reason for it is they suck in oxygen, right? See this gas right here in the bottom left? You want that to get, like, the higher that is, the better, because that allows you to fly around more. That allows you to soak more turrets. That allows you to do so much stuff that that the gas bag is good at, right? So having a lot of oxygen is huge. The oxygen that I would typically work myself up to would it be at least 500 oxygen. If you get, or 500 gas, I should say. But if you get your oxygen stats where you have, you know, 500 gas, or you're sitting pretty chill. And then I'd put the rest in a health. Okay. Now it's like how to actually use the gas bag. So first, you don't actually need a saddle for the gas bag. The only point of the saddle is it does armor reduction. So if you're soaking turrets, you'll definitely need one. So that's huge. But also your teammate can ride on the saddle while you ride on the top. Now, how you actually use the gas bag is very, very simple. Okay, if you hit crouch, it lets out all the air. If you hit right click, then it sucks in air. Okay, and then you obviously have your little standard attack, which is actually one of the it's the 10th weakest melee damage attack in the entire game, so definitely won't do anything. So now you might be wondering how to actually fly your gas bag. This guy is very, very tricky to fly, and it's important that you get used to flying with him. Okay, so it depends on the direction that you look is the direction that you'll fly, is kind of the way to use the gas bag. And once you use the gas bag, it's like, you know, it's like that the way you look is where you fly. So if you're beginning to learn the gas bag, just look straight ahead and then use the direction that you want to go as you're looking ahead, right, in those keys, and that'll kind of help you like fly the gas bag early game. If you fall all the way down, it'll do 30% health, but if you have gas inside of your gas bag, when you fall, it'll take the gas instead of the health. So that's one interesting thing to note. Now, you might be wondering what the gas bag's role is. Like, what's the point of actually having a gas bag? Okay, so, oh boy. The point of actually having a gas bag is they're one of the best soakers in the entire game, hands down, right? If you are soaking 1 or 2 turrets at a time, then the gas bag is hands down the best soaker in the game, because they take an 80% reduction if you have any amount of gas inside of them, which is huge. That is absolutely phenomenal, right? However, because of their gas, right, when you are soaking multiple turrets at a time, this guy can't do it. He's phenomenal at soaking 1 or 2 turrets at a time. He's the best in the game, hands down. But at soaking a wall, he can't do it. Soaking tech turrets, he can't do it, right? And I'll show you why over here in just a second. I'll let me waddle my way over here. It's kind of raining right now, so it's not looking the prettiest. And make sure you don't fly when you are on your gas bag. So here's a tech turret. If I'm sitting here trying to soak a tech turret, you can't really soak tech turrets on a gas bag because it does too much knockback damage. As you can see, it just gets blasted away, and your gas gets wrecked too. But if I were to come over here to a normal auto turret, check this out. Nothing. You just sit here and you just suck in gas. Also, interesting thing to note about the gas bag is you can sit there and look right at the turret and it does nothing, because the hitbox on this thing's amazing, right? And a heavy turret, you're good too, bro. You just sit here and you just suck in gas all day long, and then you're chilling, right? And then obviously leave when your gas bag's starting to get low. But that's how you soak with the gas bag. They're the go-to soakers on Aberration. They're great soakers for like sky bases that you can't build up to. They're the go-to soakers for soaking 1 or 2 auto or heavy turrets at a time. That's kind of the role that they play. Now, a couple fun facts about the gas bag is that they spawn on 4 different maps. Okay, you can find them on both Genesis. You find them on Extinction, which is their main map, and then you can find them on Fjordor as well. Okay, another fun fact about the gas bag is they have the only 2 things that can carry them in the entire game is a wyvern and a quetzal. So they can actually get carried by a quetzal and a wyvern, which is pretty interesting. And the last fun fact about the gas bag is that these guys have the 3rd best weight stat in the entire game. So they're a pretty good transport dino, that's for sure, if you're like a little PvEer. Anyways, that'll be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If not, may God bless you all. Peace.